Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Some of you may know that I'm in the market to buy a house right now, and I'm excited to find that perfect home. But not every house is a good investment or even a safe place to live. According to the National Association of Realtors, 82% of the homeowners have regrets about their purchases, and mostly due to maintenance and surprise property issues. In today's video, we are breaking down the types of houses I'm staying away from. So grab a notepad because these are the homes you might want to skip as well. So let's dive in. The first one is old homes. Now, I don't have a problem with old homes, but you have to be careful, otherwise it may turn into a money pit. For example, my parents' old house was a mid-century style home built in 1954. We love the craftsmanship and unique architectural design, but there were many costly issues we had to address, which are common in most old homes. First, the plumbing. Our house came with galvanized pipes, which caused the water to be rusty orange. Eventually, we had to do a very expensive repipe for the entire house. For homes built before 1986, there may be lead pipes. Lead is a neurotoxin that can cause irreversible damage to the nervous system. Our house also had asbestos insulation wrapped around the hot water pipes. Asbestos is a toxic substance widely used in homes built between 1930s to 1970s, hiding in floor tiles, cement, and insulation. We paid over $11,000 for an environmental professional to properly remove the asbestos and prepared filing with the EPA. Then there's electrical. Our house was running on low voltage relay system. When we had electrical issues, it can be hard to get parts. We even had electricians turn down a job because he was not familiar with the relay system. Older homes built from 1880s to 1940s may have knob and tube wiring. This old wiring method was not designed to handle today's modern appliances. I would stay away from knob and tube wiring because they're fire hazards. Some insurance companies will not insure homes with this type of wiring. Personally, I love the charm of old houses, but this could also come with a steep price in upkeep and renovation. Make sure to take a careful look at each element like the HVAC system, furnace, condenser, plumbing, and wiring. See if they're in good shape. If they are near the end of life, you will need to budget these into your home purchase. The next one is homes with major structural issues. We are talking about issues like cracks in the foundation, uneven floors, sagging ceilings, or walls that are just not quite straight. The causes can vary from structural defects formed with age to poor design and construction, like removing a load-bearing wall. It can also happen from land movement. Take, for example, Rancho Palos Verdes, a city in coastal California. It is currently suffering from slow-moving landslides that are destroying homes and roadways. Fixing these issues can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and in some cases, they're just not fixable. Number 3, homes in bad locations. A few months ago, I moved into an apartment by the freeway. At the time, it seemed convenient, but the constant traffic noise is driving me crazy, not to mention bad air quality. So in search of my new house, I am staying far away from freeways. Other locations to avoid are homes near the airport and train tracks. The constant noise from airplanes taking off and landing or trains going by can disrupt your peace and quiet. Another location I'm staying away from is near power transmission towers. Even though there is no evidence of a clear link to health risks, I don't want to become a science experiment. Just like the widely used asbestos in homes in the past, people believed it was safe until too many people got sick from it. Next up, homes I would avoid are the ones located in high-risk disaster areas. Flood zones, hurricane zones, and areas with frequent wildfires can be very risky investments. It's going to be a challenge to find affordable insurance in these areas, or the homes may not even be insurable at all. You also have to consider the cost for any potential repairs after a disaster. There is something to be said about living within disaster-prone areas. Think about what it could mean for your quality of life and mental health. Feeling the anxiety every year during hurricane season or wildfire season. So before you buy a home, always check local risk maps and ask about insurance rates before you buy. Number 5, homes with a lot of DIY or unpermitted renovations. Now, we all love shows like Property Brothers and This Old House. But when it comes to major plumbing, electrical, or structural work, you want it done by a professional. Unpermitted work means there was no inspection. If the work is done in violation of codes, this may lead to structural failure, fire hazards, and other safety concerns. It can also be very difficult to get a mortgage on a house with unpermitted additions and conversions. It's very tempting to buy a house with unpermitted work because you can buy it for a significant discount. Years ago, I bought a tenant-occupied property where the owner built an addition without permit. He expanded the kitchen into the minimum setbacks required by the city. I was able to negotiate a steep discount on my purchase, but it took close to a year to rectify the situation. I had to hire an architect, pay fines to the city, obtain new permits, modify the existing structure, buy new kitchen appliances, and pay to relocate my tenants while the work was being done. It was a time-consuming and costly project. Luckily, my realtor held my hand through the entire process. Would I do it again? Probably not. I already have a full-time job as an engineer. I don't have the bandwidth to take on major projects like this one. I also would shy away from buying a house someone else quickly fixed up, which is the last on the list, flipped homes. House flippers buy properties for cheap and remodel them so they can sell them for a profit. Unfortunately, they are incentivized to put as little money as possible into a home to maximize profit. Flippers usually prioritize cosmetic upgrades to increase the visual appeal of the house and avoid addressing some underlying issues to save money, like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, or foundation issues. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. Of course, not all flipped properties are created equal. Some flippers out there do really good work. So, if you're considering a flipped property, make sure you do extra due diligence. See if the seller can provide names of the contractors that worked inside the property and make sure that they are licensed. If the work is done without permit, I would definitely stay away from it. So there you have it. 6 types of houses I would think twice before buying. Buying a house is one of the biggest decisions you will make. So it's worth taking the time and avoid future headaches down the road. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, please share it with someone that can benefit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I will see you in the next one.